Hey everybody, this is Lala. Welcome to Quarantine But Cute. Today I have no guests. You are my guest, and I'm also a cooking instructor. I've been a cooking instructor for 5 years. I had a company called Devour ATL. I used to sell jam and teach in-home cooking lessons. And through the quarantine, I've been doing this show for, 9 weeks now. And I really wanted to show you one of my favorite dishes that I teach clients all over the country. It's my shrimp summer rolls. Hi everybody, let me know where you guys are watching from. Hi Will, hi Jordan. I miss everybody. Let's just do a virtual hug before we start this. I just miss people, man, you know? And I've become an introvert over the years, which is interesting because I'm a very extroverted person, but I always need to take that downtime, and we're getting that downtime now away from people. So this is my way to connect, hug back to all of you. I'm gonna go over everything, and then I'm gonna show you guys, Jordan, I miss you so much. I'm gonna show you guys everything before we start. Again, these are my shrimp summer rolls. You can absolutely make these vegan. You can make them with tofu. You do not have to use shrimp. You could do shredded chicken, pork, whatever you want. Vietnamese food and just Asian food in general is absolutely my favorite thing to cook, my favorite thing to teach. My company is Devour NYC. What's up, everybody? Oh, what's up? I met you, Jam Doyle. I met you in a bar in Williamsburg, and then we just became Instagram friends, and then we've never seen each other again. So thanks for joining. I have some sake I just warmed up. I learned the best way to drink sake is to actually warm it in really hot water. That way you don't mess up the deliciousness of how sake is supposed to be made and enjoyed. So I'm drinking sake. Cheers. Happy Friday, if that means anything to anybody anymore. And I'm going to go over everything for the shrimp summer rolls. Okay, so you can do a variety of toppings, but the first thing, or ingredients inside, the first thing you need is rice paper. This is fairly cheap. You can get it at most grocery stores now, not just Asian food stores. And you're going to need a plate with about 1 inch of water in between that. So when we actually soak it, it doesn't get too soaked. And I'll explain more about that later. Hi Sal. Let me know where you guys are watching from. If you have any questions about food, cooking tips, I'm obviously that person. I'm not only a chef, I'm an actor, and I'm combining all those things for this show. So thank you for being here. So we've got rice paper. That's the first step. You can get any brand. It looks like this. It's real hard. And then we're going to submerge it in a little bit of water before we start making the rolls. And then I'm going to make a sauce. So all of this takes some time to do your mise en place, your organization. But once you get in it, it's super fast. So rice paper rolls. Then you're going to need vermicelli noodles, or these are pad thai noodles, rice noodles, any kind of rice noodles. You can omit the rice noodles and just do more vegetables if you're trying to watch your carb intake. But basically you soak these for 8 to 10 minutes in very hot water, and then you run cold water over it. This is going to be our filling. Pad thai noodles are obviously much thicker, but super great. Then we've got our shrimp. This is the main part of the dish. The focus here is on the shrimp. So what I've done is, not everybody can get fresh shrimp right now. That's totally fine. Get frozen shrimp, no big deal. And then what you're gonna do is bring that water to boil after these have been defrosted. And then you're just going to drop them in for a minute, take them out, run them over cold water, and then you're gonna slice them in half. And it's gonna give you more shrimp, obviously, because this makes a ton of rolls. And I'll get to what happens when you make too many rolls and you need to store them. So thanks for joining. And I'm so happy to be here because I love teaching. And I've had so many cool guests on, but it's really nice to have this experience with you. So if you have any questions, comments, you just want to say what's up, you want to pour yourself a drink like me, I love sake, oh my God. Let's go over the toppings, and then we'll go over the sauce, and then we'll put it all together. Okay, so for me, I've done the, I keep saying toppings, it's not toppings, it's inside of a roll, obviously. So I've done shrimp, I have the noodles. Again, you can change this out for any other protein and any other carb. I probably wouldn't do rice, but definitely stick to rice noodles. Any kind of width is fine. So then I've also chopped avocado. I've just done slices, and then I scooped it out with a spoon and I squeezed lime on it. If you're not going to use this right away, the best thing to do is take a lime, cut it in half, squeeze it, and put it in the fridge so it doesn't oxidize and get more brown. Then we have sliced scallions, because I didn't really have the Napa cabbage to do this. which is fine. It's that red cabbage. It's delicious in spring rolls, but I love onions. So I took spring onions and I sliced them. Oh my God, I could eat onions all day. Is anybody else like a massive onion fan? I'm like kind of gross. I actually dated a guy, Nick, if you're watching, he didn't like onions, and I would try to like sneak the onions into food so he wouldn't taste it. He tasted it every time, and needless to say, we're not together anymore. Okay, so then I have chopped cucumber long ways. You can maybe make this thinner if you want, but you want to keep everything long, right? Because we're putting this in a wrap, you know, and you don't want it to be short in little pieces. You want so every bite you get a taste of everything. Thanks you guys for joining. So far, noodles, shrimp, avocado, spring onion, cucumber and carrot, and then cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, traditionally these Vietnamese basil rolls are with basil, right? But I love cilantro. I didn't have basil. This is a fine substitution, and it's totally in the world of Asian Vietnamese food. Cilantro's in everything, pho, all that stuff, as you guys know. So you could put it in like this, but some people are weirded out by the stems. So I kind of do a half and half. When I'm cleaning this and then wiping it with a paper towel, I do like the lighter stem, and I keep all the little leaves right there, and that's going to go in the roll as well. So then for the sauce that we're going to put together in a second, it is 1/4 cup of sugar. I do a little bit less, and I use coconut sugar. It looks like brown sugar. You can use any kind of sugar you want. You can use stevia even, doesn't matter. Then I do fish sauce. That's the base. Now, fish sauce smells like fish. So if you don't like fish, I'm sure there's plenty of vegan alternatives. Like I said, you can do this with tofu. Doesn't matter. Then I've got, I think this is like 1/2 cup of fish sauce, or 3/4 cup. I think it's 1/2 cup. And then I did 2 to 3 limes. This is the base for the dressing that we're going to dip the summer rolls in. 2 to 3 cloves of garlic minced. And then I did 1/2 of a jalapeno. It says, you know, you can use a whole jalapeno, but I've been making this for years, and I know a ton of people who they're not spicy food people. So this is 1/2 of a jalapeno, minced and seeded. Hi, Chef Elizabeth. Thank you for joining. I love to have you here. And Chef Elizabeth, actually, she is a chef at the Norwood Club in New York City. She's going to be joining me Monday, and we're going to be making General Cho's cauliflower. You guys, all I've been doing is eating, and surprisingly, I haven't been gaining any weight. Humble brag. I've been doing lots of Pilates. What's up, Lester? Hey, boo. Lester and I were in an off-Broadway play together, and it was this very weird experimental play, and it was amazing. And hopefully we'll get to do that again soon, like in a year. Okay, so here we go. The piece de resistance. I have a cup of water here. I'm not going to use it all. It's hard to see with this plate, but this is about 1 inch right here of thickness of water that I put in here. I'm going to add, or 1/2 inch, excuse me. I'm going to take the rice paper right here. It's so cool looking. It's like crazy that you're going to eat this. And then you just submerge it. Okay, see how the water's taken over here? You submerge it, and you only want to sort of move it around for like 10 seconds. And the reason why that is if this gets too soggy, it's just going to like completely disintegrate. So we don't want that. We want to make sure that this stays like kind of rubbery, but again, not too soft because it'll fall apart. So this is what we're looking for, just so you can see. This is what a finished one looks like with the shrimp and all the yummies. So we're gonna make that, and I'm gonna teach you right now. So here we go. It's been in here for almost 10 seconds. It starts to get kind of slimy. That's how you can tell. The moment it sort of gets slimy all over, we're gonna take it off the plate, and then I'm just gonna do it one more time. I get a little crazy with this, and I like to like really submerge it, but okay, it's pretty good. And you can see how it goes from being like opaque to, see, it's starting to get slimy. So I'm going to take this gently away because I'm going to need it back in a minute. And I'm going to put this down on my cutting board. And it's completely clear now. It looks like, well, you know what it looks like. Okay, so I'm nasty. I can't help it. What have you guys been doing in quarantine? I see we've got watchers here. Let me know. What's been keeping you sane? I'm like dying to know. It's so weird I can't talk back to you. So, okay. So it's hard to see, but it's spread out in a circle. I'm gonna put 4 shrimp down, cut side up. So that's the white side, cut side up, okay? And then very simple, we're just gonna start adding our toppings in. So I'm gonna take a spring onion. I'm gonna put it like right next to the shrimp, okay? And then I'm gonna do an extra one, why not? And then I'm gonna do a cucumber. And I'm just piling this in, you guys. I'm gonna do a couple carrots. I'm gonna gently take one of these slices of avocado, okay? And actually, I'm gonna put the avocado on top of the shrimp, and I'll give you guys a close-up so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm gonna pull the camera in so you can really see it. There we go. Okay, and you gotta kind of work fast. You don't wanna, I know I'm teaching you, but I want you to understand when you're doing this, that you should be a little quick with it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the skin of this paper, right? This is rice paper, and I'm gently going to fold over. And when I do that, I'm going to tuck the sides in, okay? Just like you would do an egg roll. So I'm just tucking the sides in, and then here I go. I'm just going to roll, roll, roll. This one I soaked for too long, but it's gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful rice paper roll, shrimp summer roll. All the fixings are in it. The rice paper roll is going to stick to the other side, so you don't have to worry about that. And the way to keep these good is you need to wet a paper towel, put it in a baking dish or on a plate. As you can see, I already had one in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in the second one. And then I'm not going to eat these right now, so that's why we're wetting them, because otherwise the rice is going to dry out and get really hard, and you're just going to have to throw them away. Because if you eat rice noodles, if you're gluten-free like I am most of the time, I have learned the hard way storing like spaghetti with gluten-free pasta overnight, and it just gets really tough. So you've got to keep it nice and moist. Everyone hates that word. It doesn't bother me. And then I've got a moist towel on top. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to do the sauce. So again, this is the process. I have a plate here. I think I have a rice paper roll stuff to this. Chef Elizabeth's been cooking, and catching up on my shows. Girl, me too. I've been cooking. I've been like bonding with people that I never thought I would bond with. Like the conversations I've had have been extraordinary. And I know it's been so hard for everybody. And, you know, I'm really lucky to be at my parents', although I am renting my rent stabilized apartment out in Brooklyn if I can find somebody soon. But I'm lucky to be here. There's no way I would be doing this show with like all this food and equipment. I mean, it's expensive, you know, and like it's nice to be able to buy stuff and cook for not just yourself, but for other people. So, yeah, I don't know. We just need to hang out. We just need to chill. Find a hobby. Okay, so this is pretty slimy. I'm going to take this guy out because I don't want it to be as slimy as that last one. And then this is just going to go right here for a minute. Here we go. And then I am going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to take the shrimp. 1, 2. It looks like it's on nothing on the camera, but this is the rice paper roll right here. 3 and 4. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put my spring onions in right here. You don't have to do a lot. And then I've got my avocado. I've got some cucumber. I've got a couple carrots. I'm going to put like 2 in there because I really like the crunch. And then I'm going to take the cilantro right here. And then I'm going to put my noodles on top to sort of secure it. I mean, you could do it a million different ways. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's your preference. The bigger you want it, maybe you put more rice noodles in it. But you just got to be careful that you work a little fast and you make sure it doesn't break. So see how gently I'm folding this over? I'm folding over super gently. I'm going to tuck in these sides like we showed just a minute ago. We as in me. I guess I have imaginary friends. And then let me just fix this little shrimp guy. I'm going to tuck that in. This one's a little wonky, but that's okay. I put a lot of noodles in this one. And then, I mean, look at that, you guys. Look at that. It's delicious. And it's so healthy. I mean, of course, rice has like a little carbs in it, but I mean, this is really, really good for you. It's all fresh and delicious. So I'm going to put that in my little dish that I showed you guys earlier with the paper towels. So if you're just joining, this is how we keep our rice paper rolls fresh. And if you guys are not cooking and you're not into cooking, but let's say you order Vietnamese food and you order summer rolls, which typically they come with a peanut sauce, but I'm doing a more traditional fish sauce base for this. You can absolutely store your spring rolls just like this. So I mean, sometimes I order too much. So this is my way to keep it fresh, and I can even eat it the next day. As long as it's pretty tightly wrapped with a damp towel, you're good to go. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys the sauce. Woo, party. But I need a drink first. Does anybody have any questions out there? I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute. Am I like, do I sound crazy? Someone say something. I have 3 creepy voyeurs not saying anything. Let's see who's on this Instagram Live before I start this delicious sauce. I'm telling you, this sauce is incredible. Who do I have? Okay. I've got Chef Elizabeth. 2 people I don't know. Hello. Lester. Oh, hey. Some old school people just joined. My friends in Puerto Rico. What's up to Namaste Yoga? Namaste Yoga is incredible. I just did a retreat with them in Puerto Rico right before all this happened. So shout out to Lisa Hakeem. She's living in Puerto Rico. She has a studio in Brooklyn, and we did this incredible vegan yoga retreat, and I'm just praying we get to do it again next year. I feel really lucky I was able to even have a vacation before all this happened. So I know you guys are seeing a lot on the screen, so let me just show you everything one more time. So now I'm going to go back later. I'm going to make, crooked. I'm going to make more of these spring rolls, but right now, or summer rolls, excuse me. But right now we're going to do the sauce. Oh my God, I need a producer, y'all. Okay, it's crooked. And I'm a perfectionist. Okay, here we go. So first, this is like really cheap sake. This is not part of the recipe. You need to have some kind of drink in your hand right now, or we can't be friends anymore, even if it's a mocktail. Okay, y'all, so the sauce, super, super, super simple. So we're starting with a 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm using coconut palm sugar. Again, you can do a vegan version of this without fish sauce. You can probably just sub the fish sauce for like a mix of soy sauce, which I have right here, but you can do tamari if you're gluten-free. And you could do some sriracha if you didn't have a jalapeno. These are all our alternatives. And I have this recipe already up on my story if you want to check it out. You could even add a little rice vinegar in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the sauce with you right now. I'm going to taste it, and then I may add one or all of these things in. So sugar's in. I'm going to go ahead and pour in the fish sauce. All the measurements are on my story. Fresh squeezed lime juice. If you don't have fresh squeeze, you can use that stuff in the bottle. It'll work just fine. Obviously lime juice is better, but like fresh lime juice, but it is what it is. I've had to do a lot of alternatives with cooking. So now that I've got the sugar, the fish sauce, and the lime juice, I'm just going to go ahead and whisk that in so the sugar starts to dissolve. You don't want like a grainy sauce. Like, it's just not cute. And this is quarantine but cute, so anyway. All right, so, I forgot to tell you. My friend Kate, who's supposed to come up and social distance hang out tomorrow, she gashed her foot open on a walk today and literally like cut an artery, and she sends me a photo. And this does not go well with food, this conversation. She sends me a photo of her foot, and I thought it was like red paint. I mean, it was all over this like shoe, and she's in urgent care. So I know she's going to be watching. Shout out to Kate. I hope you can walk tomorrow and I can see you. Be careful in quarantine, guys. I mean, I know she was just walking and not like doing PX90 or some shit, but like, if you're gonna try something new, be careful. Okay, so this smells, to me, delicious. My mom hates the smell of fish sauce, but she loves the taste of it. So then I'm gonna go ahead and put in the minced garlic, which is gonna be a nice flavor. And mix that in. I'm gonna do my half a jalapeno minced. You can do a whole. That's typically what this recipe calls for. But again, I am trying to be nice to my parents since I'm also feeding them as well while I'm staying here. So I don't want to blow their minds. And then I've got some spring onion here. that I love, green onion. It's my favorite thing. I put it in salads. I put it in everything. So I'm only going to do half just for now because I may want to use this to top off everything as like a little garnish. But let me show you how beautiful this looks. This is your sauce. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's fresh. Now I'm going to try it. Typically, I would marinate the sauce for like at least an hour so all the nice flavors start to combine. But I'm just going to try this sauce real quick. That's good. Eating it on camera is really difficult. I will say this. I've never tried spring onions in it before. Maybe don't do it. I would maybe just do these chopped up because it kind of came out, as you saw, like a string. But this sauce is amazing. It doesn't really need vinegar or anything. I'm just going to double dip on the side. Don't tell anybody. It's so good. I'm going to give you a close-up. Beautiful sauce. And fish sauce, you guys, does not need any salt added. You don't need to add soy sauce to this. It's either do this with fish sauce or soy sauce. Don't mix them because there's so much salt in fish sauce that it would just be overwhelming. So, yeah. That's it. These are my shrimp rolls. The garlic, the fish sauce, the scallion, and the jalapeno in there. Give it a nice little bite. If you're not into this, you can do a peanut sauce as well. Just Google it. I mean, come on. Everything's on Google. So there we go. My beautiful summer rolls. Delicious, fresh, light. You can probably eat 5 of these and they would be like less than 10 points on Weight Watchers if you're doing a diet thing. But these are good. So I'm going to go eat them. I'm going to drink my sake. You can rewatch this if you want to get all the supplies together and mise it out, organize it. And if you're interested in cooking lessons, Devour NYC is my company on Instagram. You can message me direct. I do Zoom private lessons and at a great rate, by the way. And then Monday and next week, we have a great week. We have Chef Elizabeth from the Norwood coming up. She is an incredible chef. She's going to teach us how to do General Chow's cauliflower. Super stoked on that. We're going to do a cilantro rice or something on the side. And then on Wednesday, I have this guy named A.E. He's an incredible sketch artist. He goes to parties and he sketches people without them knowing. And then he just like drops it to them and walks away. Super avant-garde. So he's on Wednesday, and then next Friday, super special music guest. So stay tuned for more. Thank you guys for watching. Share this video, save this video, and happy eating to your belly and mine. Ciao.